Do you know what happened when Justin Young Jock and Kendra Robinson's marriage terminated in the most embarrassing manner possible? Bro, the receipts are a pain. Imagine seeing your wife in 4K with her ex in the released film. This isn't just any ex, however. It's the same man she said was outdated. The past is repeated. Rumor has it that divorce papers have already been filed and that things are heated up. But hold on, was this only a friendly relationship, or was Kendra leading a second life behind Jock's back? Someone out here is a dirty AF stay. Therefore, the main question is who released this film. We're analyzing the treachery, the consequences, and the reasons why the internet is dragging Kendra for filth, so stay tuned. This is a whole scandal, people, not just a divorce. Hold on tight, because this is wild. Even though you've probably seen celebrity splits before, this one is really different. Our topic is the reappearance of former partners. As everyone who has been following young Jock and Kendra Robinson's relationship knows, Jock has seen his fair share of unpleasant situations and is used to dealing with turmoil. A marriage is being utterly shattered in front of our eyes in leaked video. Everyone was aware of the charges, the whispers, and Kendra's persistent efforts to make it seem like Asichi was holding things together. But now that the roles have been reversed, Kendra is the one in the hot seat. For an instant, Kendra and Jockey were posing as a couple, and everything seemed to be going well. She's always smiling for the cameras at events, and then all of a sudden, there's leaked footage online. When I say this, it's not just an innocuous little clip. No, it was blatantly offensive. After being married, Kendra Robinson seemed to be quite comfortable with her ex-boyfriend on camera. Listen, we're not in the same room. Discussing a lighthearted, "oh, nice to see you" moment in which we are putting our hands all over one another and whispering in each other's ears. Let's take a moment to find out who this ex-boyfriend is and why this is such a huge issue. This isn't just any ex, so allow me to quickly remind you that Jock had a relationship with this same man. As you all remember, Kendra was defensive and pretended that her history didn't exist, as if she didn't communicate with her former lovers if Jockey brought it up. Indeed, she swore that it was all over. But guess what? She has had contact with other men except this one. Thus, it was a lie. His comment section was already flooded with memes, and others were tagging young Jock pointlessly. They were saying things like, "Jock, come get your girl. This can't be your wife, bro," since she was with him in public and seemed to have never moved on. You are already aware of the chaos that occurs on the internet when such an event occurs. Jock did not take this lightly, as she said that she was done with him. Nowadays, guys who are cheated on, particularly in public, usually either appear as if nothing occurred, which, incidentally, never works, or immediately go into savage mode and take care of business. Oh, Jock, he went with choice number one. The second quickness claim is that, after seeing the tape, he immediately filed for divorce without even giving Kendra a chance to defend herself. When he phoned his lawyer the same evening, he reportedly stated, "We're going to have to talk about this moment." Finished submitting the documentation, and let's be honest, is it really your fault? Let's face it, if Jock had stayed quiet, people would have considered him weak. So he already knew that if he didn't take action, the internet would drag him. However, Jock wasn't the only one who responded. It's one thing when the internet attacks you, but it's quite another when your own pals follow suit. Get things moving. Unfortunately, Kendra's alleged buddies started being goofy as soon as this video was made public. Jock erased everything after they posted cute photos of her and rode for her. Her own group vanished as if they had never seen her. They seem to have foreseen this, but were simply waiting for it to occur. Detonate, which, to be honest, exacerbates the situation because if your own people don't even stand by you, what does it say about your covert activities? On this, the internet was divided, you know. For an ex, Kendra tossed everything away, even though she had a fantastic boyfriend. Some people said, "Damn, Kendra really fumbled the bag." Others were arguing that Jock ought to have seen her odd behavior early on, and the primary query that sparked conversation was whether this was a one-off occurrence or whether Kendra had been hiding all along. Listen, we're not done yet, and if this video is just the start, this divorce is going to become nasty. Don't lose sight of the fact that this drama is far from ended. We'll go into much more depth in part 2 on the actual release of this tape, Kendra's comments regarding it, and the startling speculation of Jock's future course of action. As this situation is getting out of control, let's get down to business. Messier by the minute, so we already know that the internet went wild once the video was released. This is where things get strange since we don't know who leaked it or why it was made public, but the young athlete spent a lot of time filing for divorce. There is more to this ancient video than meets the eye. No, it was a deliberate leak. The speculations are pouring in hot, sweetheart. Someone had a plan, and someone else wanted this to explode out. Young Jock himself may have leaked it, according to one idea. Before you get outraged, let me clarify that Jock is familiar with the game's mechanics due to his years of expertise in the industry. In the event that he suspected Andrew Robinson of being. Because let's be honest, whether it's their own inner circle, fans, or paparazzi, these celebs are always being videotaped, and someone always has the receipts. What if Kendra was already behaving abnormally and Jock was just waiting for the appropriate moment to reveal it? Keep in mind that divorces are expensive, so the Jock might save millions of dollars if he could fabricate a tale that casts Kendra as the bad guy. There is, of course, another hypothesis under discussion. What if Kendra's ex spilled it? This hypothesis makes a lot of sense, so check it out. At the very least, this individual has been out of the picture for years. What if he was never really gone? That's what Kendra wanted us to believe. What if he and Kendra had been sneaking around behind Jock's back, talking all along? For what cause may their connection deteriorate? Maybe Kendra told him she was going to leave Jock, but she never did. Really did, and maybe this guy had finished waiting and had made the decision to blow her place up. Because, let's be honest, if you're an ex and you see your ex on social media, pretending to be the perfect wife while secretly laughing, wouldn't you become a little annoyed? How does one go about getting revenge exposure? Now, let's discuss. With respect to Kendra's reaction to everything, SS has been utterly silent. No Instagram postings, no justifications, no sincere apologies, and you know what it indicates, right? Guilt, because when someone is really innocent, they will be the first to defend themselves and publish interviews on social media. Long text about being wrongfully accused, but Kendra isn't doing anything, and if that doesn't mean she's been apprehended, I don't know what is. It becomes weird at this point, however, since Kendra's own friends are starting to turn against her. You are aware that when someone's inner circle also makes a mistake, you can tell that they have really screwed up. A few days ago, one of Kendra's purported closest pals posted mysterious remarks about loyalty and karma, while another unfollowed her on Instagram, which caused her circle to fall apart. We are all aware of the implications that this has in the world of celebrity, and to make things even more dubious, some of Kendra's old pals have also joined in. Ever since Kendra began dating a Jock, people have been seeing changes in her behavior. Even worse, according to one individual, Kendra had a tendency to leave doors open in case things didn't work out and used to manage many guys at once. She's always been sly and has a lengthy history of concealing things. Though, let's face it, Jock is a prosperous guy, a well-known person, and a household name in hip-hop, and Kendra is a lawyer. Let's not pretend that being young Jock's wife didn't have some significant advantages. Was she in love with Jock, or was he simply a safety net? Whether she was ever really committed to him, or whether this was only a power maneuver from them. Let's not forget that Jock was the one who continued to attempt to prove himself to Kendra, so he must be feeling quite dumb right now. Pretending to be too wonderful for him, she was the one who was dominating him and posing as the mature, grown-up individual. She's the one catching up now, you see. What irony. Since the Jock's divorce is only the start of this issue, everyone is wondering what will happen next. If you thought this was finished, you're not ready for what's going to happen because guess what? Another stunning rumor is starting to circulate. In part 3, Kendra could get the shock of her life if it's true. Considering the strange new allegations against Kendra, the potential for this divorce to swiftly turn sour, and the most dubious act Jock did behind the scenes, this is by no means over. It's about to get worse, so be alert. Simply when we thought the drama could get any stranger, bang, Mort simply hit the streets and Kendra Robinson's situation is looking awful. We spoke about the leaked film and how her ex-boyfriend, Jock, or perhaps someone in her own social group, may have set her up. Do you recall that? A new notion is spreading that asks, what if Kendra leaked it herself? Yes, you read properly. So sit down. In 20,125, when everyone has a camera and it's not 2005 or the flip phone age, why would Kendra of all people risk everything? What if she had a strategy that included the whole scandal? Why, after all, would an intellectual lawyer be out here having sex with her ex when there are cameras everywhere? Because let's face it, she knows how Jock moves and knows he'll respond in the most theatrical manner possible. She may have done this in order to avoid being caught or because she was tired of young Jock and wanted a way out. What if she orchestrated the whole situation to force him to depart first in order to avoid making SG seem like the villain? You know what? Jockey, who was employed, rushed to the courts to immediately file for divorce, and now Kendra gets to be the victim. The timing of this entire thing is also ideal since Jockey just made a big business choice that brought him back into the public eye, and you know what happens when guys start getting better. The ladies in their lives begin. Is Kendra's drastic change of behavior due to the video, or has she been preparing her departure strategy all along? Speaking of Jockview, I like that he is not responding to this like your normal grieving spouse. Rather, he is out here moving petty, and a few hours after the video was made public, this guy did. His removal of any Kendra-related content from his social media platforms makes it seem as if she never existed. This means that all of the wedding pictures, cute anniversary messages, romantic remarks, and other content were deleted. Then this guy published a piece in which he expressed his frustration at being a fool and said that loyalty was more essential than love. Jock Ain will not allow Kendra to leave this situation amicably. Jock is taking things all the way after learning that Kendra may have been cheating on him. At first, their divorce was meant to be peaceful. He is deleting all of his social media accounts. After losing his patience for a long time, he is now going to slap her in the face. Since it seems like Jock made a major error in marrying Kendra, let's discuss that prenuptial agreement. At that time, Jock wasn't actually thinking about divorcing, and Kendra made a great deal out of wanting financial stability in case things went wrong. However, there is a catch. If Jock can prove that Kendra cheated, hey, we have actual video proof. He may be able to completely nullify their prenuptial agreement, meaning Kendra will receive nothing at all. He agreed to some clauses in their prenuptial agreement that might actually help Kendra. Nothing, and you all know that she's now ill because of the way she was behaving here, as if she were the most important person in the relationship. Sweetie. Now that it doesn't seem to be worth that much, let's discuss Jock's next course of action. Think again if you thought this guy would be sobbing in the corner. Jock has already been seen going about his popping bottles, hanging out with the boys, living the finest life, and of course, making new friends. Indeed, Kendra didn't want the Jock to announce his return to the market so quickly because, let's be honest, she enjoyed the attention that came with being young Jock's wife, regardless of what she claims. Kendra is begging for another opportunity, which brings me to the last and most shocking part of this entire situation. Clout, the invitations, and the reality TV checks, all of this was part of the package deal, have all disappeared. Why would anybody want to make apologies after all of this turmoil, shame, and betrayal? Initially, Kendra thought she could. She thought she could play the victim and make everyone think I was wrong and the Jock wasn't treating me properly. Now that she's seeing the athlete live his best life, she knows she made a big mistake since the internet never forgets, and those receipts are easily found online. This dude is done. When he began to win, Kendra bungled the bag after he had spent years attempting to prove himself to her. As they say, you never miss a good thing until it's gone. But now that you're out there looking genuine, Kendra, I hope that breakup was worthwhile. This isn't just a difficult divorce. It's a lesson about loyalty, greed, and never undervaluing oneself. After all, Joker is going to make the biggest comeback of his life. Let's now open the comment box so I can hear your thoughts. Do you think that Kendra had any kind of strategy all along? If so, ought Jock to accept her return? In that case, kindly click the like button below and don't forget to subscribe. Hollywood will continue to provide us juicy mess after juicy mess. Until then, remain messy, keep amused, and stay out of trouble. This tea was hot, but hold on, we're just beginning. If all of this drama is upsetting you, please like this video, subscribe for the most recent information, and enable alerts so you don't miss any awkward moments. Please remember to comment below if you believe Jock should bring Kendra back. Is she done for good? Let's clarify things. I'll be watching the dispute that was started. Comments in order for us to talk about it.